Well, here we are. It's a beautiful Wednesday evening, and I'm glad you could tune in to this week's edition of What's Up Wednesday. Always a privilege and an honor, I say, to have you tune into these videos here on a weekly basis and get some information on what's going on here at Handy Andy's Nursery and what else that might be coming up in the future, and just get a chance to see what we have happening here from week to week basis at Handy Andy's. So, of course, I want to wish a very wonderful happy Thanksgiving to all of you. It is upon us. Tomorrow is the day, and we hope that everybody enjoys a special time with family, whatever that might look like for you guys. We really hope that you get to spend some time with those you enjoy spending time with, and get to enjoy the day eating some fun food or enjoying some time with family or friends, or however you celebrate that holiday. So we're really excited about this being the time of year that it is. Of course, Christmas is soon coming, and we are decked out here at Handy Andy's. So I'm going to flip the camera around and let you have a look at some of our holiday displays that we have. We are ready for Christmas, and we are really excited to have you come and celebrate this Christmas season with us at the nursery. We always enjoy this time of year. Spring is a really special time of year for us, but we also really are getting to enjoy more all the time the holiday season and everything that Christmas means to so many folks here at Handy Andy. So many enjoy coming to get that tree for their home, or enjoy getting those greens or doing up those outdoor pots or whatever it might be to celebrate the holiday season. And we always enjoy getting to see some of those familiar faces coming to get whatever it is that they have to or whatever it is they use to celebrate the holiday season. So it's always fun for us to get to see you guys, and we enjoy and hope you enjoy getting to visit us. So I'm zooming around here in the greenhouse, showing you some things that we have in stock, some beautiful tropicals. There you see some moth orchids that we have in stock, might make a great gift. We do have a few Christmas cactus left, but we are a little bit weak on our availability of Christmas cactus right now. I do have another restock coming for, I think, the week of the 5th of December, where we'll have, hopefully after that Monday, a few more Christmas cactus in stock at that time. But we did kind of blow through that first round a little faster than I thought maybe we would, but we do have a few things left. We have some other blooming things, as I mentioned, some beautiful moth orchids there, and a lot of things to come and check out here at the nursery. Our featured topic this evening is going to be, we're going to talk about which Christmas trees that we were able to bring in for you, and we'll talk about the benefits and drawbacks to each of those 4 types of trees. I look forward to doing that with you, but I thought I would just show you a few things that are in stock here, and let the camera kind of do the talking for some folks who might be watching from a distance, or maybe planning a trip to visit us here. Nice selection of snake plant, beautiful variegated schefflera there. Those are fun tropical plants, but a nice selection of snake plant also. Always have some pots and things available too. You can see we have an oleander here in the corner that's blooming, pink flowers. It's about done. Getting to be, the day length is starting to wane, and so it's getting to be where we're not going to be able to expect a lot of things to be blooming here much anymore, but that's okay. We are in the season and the spirit of Christmas here almost upon us, and it's going to be a great season and a great year. We look forward to again seeing you folks for that special tree, or however it is you celebrate the holiday season. So I'm going to flip the camera around again. It did kind of get dark on me, but we're going to have a look anyway. One of the first trees I'm going to talk with you about is the Scotch Pine. Scotch Pine are probably one of the more common or well-known Christmas trees. They've been around for a very long time. Scotch Pine are a beautiful tree. They are a nice, dense tree, and they offer a nice price point for Christmas trees. They're usually very affordable compared to the size of the tree. We have Scotch Pine in several sizes, anywhere from 6 foot up to, I think there's some 9-footers over on the other side of the building. So we do have a nice selection of Scotch Pine. Scotch Pine is, I'm going to get a little closer. Scotch pine has a kind of a 1.5 to 2 inch needle. I know it's kind of dark, but that's the way it is. 1.5 to 2 inch needle. It is a bit of a stiff needle, but the branching on Scotch pine is very, very good. It does offer pretty good strong branching. If you have some ornaments that are maybe homemade or that might be heavier in nature, Scotch pine should be able to hold up fairly well to those ornaments. And again, the price point on Scotch pine is a nice price point. So the other pine is the white pine. And white pine have a longer needle to them, and they, unlike the Scotch pine, which can be a little bit stickery, are very soft. And their needle is a little bit longer, probably a couple, almost 3 inches long, the white pine. And it is known to be probably the most allergenic of the Christmas tree options that are generally sold. So if you have someone in your home that you're unable to have a real Christmas tree, you say, because they have some allergies to evergreen, you could consider trying one year. If it's not the allergy, it's not too bad. You could consider trying a white pine, and maybe you'd be surprised. The white pine, they say, is the most allergenic of all the Christmas trees, and we do have a nice selection of white pine also. They are, again, in that 6 foot to 9 foot roughly size. We don't have anything bigger in the pines, no 10, 12 foot pines in stock. Those sizes we tend to reserve for the other tree type, which is the fir. So we're going to get to look at those. But white pine is a great tree also. Again, it's known as the most allergenic of the Christmas trees. Scotch pine was the first one that we looked at, and it offers a nice price point. Both the pine offer a nice price point for Christmas tree and are a great affordable tree, and often generous in size and shape. So let's flip around. We'll have another look at some Scotch pine here. All our trees are marked individually. Each tree has a tag on it. You see that as I'm walking by. The red and the green ribbons and things that you're seeing on there, that's marked by the growers, so don't worry too much about those. We have some people who ask questions, well, does it mean it's sold if it's got a red ribbon on it, or if it's got a green ribbon on it? No, that's just a way that they mark them to determine the grade or the size or something that they've needed to do to it. So do not worry about the ribbons. Just worry about the Christmas tree tag. That'll give you our price when you're coming to shop. You should know one other thing about the pine varieties, and that is that pine are color enhanced. When they are cut, it's very normal and natural for pine to bleach. Their needles just turn brown. They don't fall off, they just turn brown. And so people don't want a brown Christmas tree. I don't know anybody that would. And so what they do is they take a dye, a vegetable dye, a natural dye, and they do spray the pine with a vegetable natural dye to maintain their green color. And the needle retention on pine is really very good. They don't drop a lot of needles, but you do, as with all Christmas trees, often find some needles that will fall off. And if you're seeing needles falling off that are brown in color, a lot of times the issue that you're having there is that evergreens shed old needles. And they generally shed them in the fall. Sometimes, depending on the time of year, around the time that they're being harvested for a Christmas tree. All evergreens do that. Whether you have a Colorado spruce in your yard, ponderosa pine in your yard, or a Scotch pine in your yard, in the fall, evergreens shed third year and older needles. It's a natural process of life. Just the way you shed hair, skin, and nails, plants get rid of old or just worn out material. So it's very normal for that to be the case. Brown needles are not a concern. If you see needles that are dropping that are brown, that's not a concern. If they're green, that might be a concern depending upon what's been going on. So I'm going to talk now a little bit more about the other two types of trees that we carry, which are the fir varieties. We have some cute little small Fraser fir. Fraser fir were probably the most difficult tree to get this year. they are probably the favorite tree. There's a lot of reasons why they're the favorite tree. They are an excellent, excellent tree. They're known here in the Midwest as the Cadillac tree. Some of you who may be from the Pacific Northwest, you may be more familiar with the noble fir. And if you're looking for a noble fir here in the Midwest, you're not likely to find one. They don't tolerate the cold temperatures that we can often see on tree lots here in the Midwest. And when that happens, they can actually bleach and turn kind of a gray. So not many folks carry noble fir in the Midwest because they just can't have them inside or have them in an area out of cold overnight temps like we tend to get here at this time of year. So if you're looking for a replacement or a substitute for noble fir, Fraser's your guy. Fraser is a knockout tree, native to the Carolinas, kind of up in the mountains, Appalachia areas, and it is a brilliant, just a wonderful tree, and it has some really unique color to it. Some of you might be looking at this and you're saying, well, it's almost silver. It looks a little bit like a Colorado spruce or a blue spruce. It does, but it is not a spruce. If you have grabbed a hold of a spruce, you know that spruce are sharp, sharp trees. I do not love them for a Christmas tree. Some like them. They tend to desiccate a little bit more quickly, though, than fir and pine do, meaning lose their needles. And they're very sharp and not so fun to decorate. But what you're seeing on this Fraser fir is you're seeing a silvery blue color. And that silvery blue color is what's known as the stoma. And stoma are parts of the needle or the leaf that open and close. Just the way you breathe, okay? And you open your nose and you breathe. Plants exchange gases too with the atmosphere. And they do that often through these things that are underneath the needle or underneath the leaf known as stoma. And when you get this Fraser fir inside and warm it up, and you get it drinking and you get it some water, those stoma will likely close. I don't remember if it's closed or if it's open. They go one direction or the other, and the needle will turn almost completely green. So if you say, well, I don't really like a blue looking tree for my Christmas tree, don't worry about it. When you get it inside, it won't be like that. It'll be all fresh and green looking. And if you look at the Fraser fir that we have inside, you will see that when you come to shop for your tree. So a beautiful little display outside for you to get a little photo op. Little opportunity there. And Fraser fir is really, as I mentioned, the Cadillac tree. We have Fraser fir in lots of sizes, from 5 foot up to, I have some 12 foot fir and Fraser fir. And they are beautiful trees. They are the most expensive Christmas tree. There's no getting around that. They are a prized tree, and the price is high as a result of that. But the other fir that we carry is the balsam fir. And the balsam fir is also a great tree. You'll notice a slight difference in the price point on balsam fir. They are a little bit more affordable than the Fraser. They also are very, very fragrant. Not that the Fraser isn't, not that the pine are not either, but the balsam fir has a beautiful fragrance to it. It is probably one of the top tree choices for a large tree in, say, city parks or squares or someplace where they'd be looking for a tree that would be 10 or 12 or 15 or 18 feet tall. Oftentimes you go looking for a balsam fir in that instance. They are a lighter tree, a little bit easier to carry. Fraser, when you pick up a Fraser fir, there's some heft to it. There's definitely a lot of green sap heft to a Fraser fir. You don't have quite the heaviness with the balsam fir. Going to flip around and let us look at a few balsam fir that we have on the lot. Again, they're marked individually with a tag. So when you come to see us, that's the tag that you're looking for to tell you the dollar amount for the tree. Again, pay no attention to the green flagging tape, the red flagging tape. Don't pay any attention to that. That's just a way that they have been marked to for the growers and for them to harvest the trees and such. So don't worry about the green flagging tape. Just the Christmas tree tag is the one you want to worry about. You'll also see on this one, this is the balsam fir, that you do also see a little bit of that blue color. See a little bit of blue color going on with that one, and again, that's the stoma. That's the underside of the needle that does the breathing and the exchange of gases with with the air around it. So that's what you see. That will go away, as I reminded you with the other Fraser fir we were looking at. That will go away in the warm environment indoors. So don't worry about that being the color of the tree. You'll notice maybe the biggest difference, and I get some of the ladies that down here that try to say, well, which kind of fir is this? And they get Fraser and they get balsam fir mixed up. And it's pretty common, it's pretty normal. It's easy to get these two mixed up. They look a lot alike. But generally, the Fraser fir, the needles are arranged a little bit like the noble in that they're all across the top of the stem. You have this almost like rainbow type arrangement of needles on a Fraser fir. Balsam fir tend to be flatter. You tend to be able to more or less see the stem passing through the needles of a balsam fir as opposed to the Fraser fir, which tends to be more, again, kind of rainbow arranged. Not that that's a major difference, because it really isn't. I have picked up a tree and thought, I've got a balsam fir here, I've got a Fraser fir here because of the weight to it, the heft to it, and I've looked at a tag or I've checked it out, and I'm wrong. I'm not always right either. I make mistakes too. But those are the 4 tree types that we do have on the lot this year. Again, it's the white pine, it's the Scotch pine, it's the balsam fir, and the Fraser fir. Those are the 4 types of trees that we carry. And out the back door, you go all the way through the greenhouse, you go out the back door, and you find our trees arranged in rows. And the rows are marked. So the rows are marked, and you can find the right size and the right type of tree, hopefully, that you're looking for. If you're looking for a tree that is above 8 feet, they are going to be over on the other side where you find most of our trees during the summer months. You come shopping for a tree to plant in your yard. This is where you will find the trees that are taller than 8 feet. We do have a few pine that are 8 to 9 foot, but we have nothing in a 10 or a 12 foot pine. Those are going to be exclusively fir, is what you're going to see for a 10, 12, 13 foot tree. That's going to be your firs. So nice selection of trees. We were not able to get as many as we wanted to in the sizes we wanted to this year. So we do anticipate running a little short of some sizes in certain ways, in certain types, but we should have a nice selection of trees through the weekend and into the beginning of December for you to choose from. We aim to always try to have enough, but we never are quite able to guess just how many it is that we need. So we do the best we can, and we did fight a little bit of a shortage this year, but we did all that we could. I reached out to a few other vendors and was able to snatch up a few other extra trees. And I did what I could to at least get close to the number that I wanted to for this year. So we're going to go back inside, and I'm going to visit with you just for a few minutes about some other opportunities that we do have coming up here at the nursery. We are really excited again to see you this Black Friday, and always a lot of folks come and get their tree that day, and it's just a fun day. The weather looks like it's going to be just beautiful. So I am going to flip around and show you this Fraser fir that we have inside. And there you'll notice you still kind of see some minor evidence of that blue color. But if you look at the tree as a whole, it's just about all green. So that's something just for you to observe and notice. Nice selection of ornaments and decor items. As I walked through here at the beginning of the video, I showed you those. Did want to let you know that we do have a Black Friday sale happening, at least through Black Friday. We're calling it our green dot sale. We had this last year, but if you see a green dot on any of these items, you take 25% off of the tag price. So that is something to look forward to. We look forward to seeing you for that fun day, again, that Black Friday. We will be open that day from 9 until 6, and then we look forward to having you visit us and see the parade here in Williston. The Holiday Lights Parade will be in the parade. Look for us in a very unique and vintage truck that we were able to work with a friend and get sourced to there. So we will be there for the Holiday Lights Parade that Friday evening. Then we'll be back here on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, and we will be here on Saturday until 5 that Saturday. And we will be open this Sunday. It'll be our first Sunday of the holiday season from 1 to 4 p.m. on Sunday. So that's a little bit of our hours. We're going to walk into the classroom. Nice selection of picks and things to choose from. If you haven't gotten your outdoor containers done, we still have some greens to choose from and some material that you can use to deck out your holiday pots and get that done. As I say, it's supposed to be just beautiful on Friday and Saturday, I believe. So come and get some things that you might need to do up those outdoor pots. We'll keep moving over here into the classroom. And I did, again, want to visit with you about just a few of the upcoming workshop opportunities that we do have coming up yet still for the Christmas season. We had some openings in one that we're calling our Believe sign. I'm going to show you a sample. So this is a sample of what could be made at that workshop. Again, there's some openings in the December 2nd session of that. That's a weekday evening, and you'll get a greens allotment, you'll get a sign, and you'll get to make a fun little project. If that doesn't quite appeal to you, we're coming up with some other fun ways that you could accessorize that sign, maybe work with that sign, and make something nice that could either go in an outdoor pot, could go on your wall, there's lots of ways and methods that you can use to decorate that sign. So, or use that sign to decorate with, rather. We are set up with some nice finished arrangements. You don't want to do your outdoor pot yourself. You'd rather come and get something. We do have some choices of some things to choose from here in the classroom that could work for that. So we have a nice selection of pre-made items of outdoor containers. We also are excited. We do have a small selection of some poinsettias. We did finally get some of those in, so there's some red poinsettias here in the classroom that are beautiful, very festive, and some false aurelia there, tropical. We've got some of those in again. Haven't had any of those for a little while. I used to have a real large one of those in my living room, and I lost it. Something happened, and I had to say goodbye to it. So I've been eyeing those myself, thinking maybe I got to get another aurelia and try it again. I had it when I had it. For as long as I did, it got quite tall. It was as tall as I am, which is about 6 feet. It will get at least that if it's cared for well, but it does not grow super fast. So it'll take time for it to get there. But it's a great indoor tropical. Again, I mentioned the poinsettias over there in the corner. Lots of beautiful things to choose from, lots to look at here at the nursery. So we really look forward to having you come and visit us. I am just going to touch on a couple of workshop opportunities we have coming up after the first of the year, because we are soon looking at that. It's hard to believe that we've made it all the way through 2021, and here we are just about going to stare 2022 in the face. And we have a lot planned for what's coming up for fun and gardening, ways to garden, ways to mess with plants when it's too cold to be outside. A lot of fun things planned for the winter months here at Handy Andy. So we're going to look just quickly at a few of those options. We have a tropical garden workshop where I'm going to focus on the care of indoor plants and tropicals. Most of these workshops in the winter months are Saturday, either a 10 a.m. or a 2 p.m. session, so we'd love to have you make the trip over here and join us for one of these workshops. Tropical garden, as I mentioned, is going to focus on tropicals. We'll be making a dish garden, and we'll get to learn some in-depth information on the care of plants indoors and how to be successful with that. As we get close to Valentine's Day on the 12th, we'll be having a workshop called Be My Valentine, where you'll get to come to this workshop, again, at either of the 2 time slots, and be led step by step on how to do a cut floral arrangement. And it should be an awful lot of fun. You'll get a floral allotment with that ticket price, and you'll get to come and enjoy a day and learn how to arrange a floral arrangement. One or two others I'm going to show you. The Seed Starting and Microgreens workshop coming up on March 26th. That one is going to be an awful lot of fun. We have folks every year who are now either getting into or starting to appreciate vegetable gardening again. And some might be new to it, and some are just kind of taking up the hobby. Maybe they haven't had time or something, but they're just taking it up again, and they're starting to maybe start some of their own product inside. And some are having some success with starting seeds and some aren't. So we thought we'd do a workshop featuring that, because the concept of getting seeds to wake up is much different than the concept of growing a plant that's awake. So we're going to cover how do we get those seeds to wake up, what sort of cues do they look for that give them the warning signs that it's time to get up and get growing. And we'll also be talking about, as I mentioned in the title, the concept of microgreens, which is a fun method of gardening. It's a way that you can vegetable garden indoors all year long, and it focuses on basically baby greens and microgreens. Plants that are very young in growth. We're not intending to grow these plants onto maturity for a fruit. We're intending to harvest them more or less as sprouts, just as they are. And so we'll go into some of the in-depth information on that, how to do that, what plants are good candidates for that, what seeds rather that you would want to use. And that one should be an awful lot of fun. So we have quite a few workshop opportunities coming up for after the first of the year. You can always find those on our website, handyandysnursery.com. And if you go to the website, you'll find the menu up in the top, the 3 lines. You can hit that. You can go to the workshops page, and you can browse all the workshops that we have coming up. It's where you'll find that Believe sign coming up on the 2nd of December, and it's where you'll find all these fun workshop opportunities that will be coming up in 2022. So we have about 18 topics to choose from, and there are some we wanted to get on there but just couldn't get on there for the sake of time. We just didn't have enough weekends, so we couldn't get everything on there we wanted to, but we do have a lot of fun planned for you this winter, and we really look forward to having you come and visit us for that special tree or whatever it is you do to celebrate this wonderful season. So again, a reminder of our hours. We will be open, or closed for Thanksgiving rather, open on Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Open Saturday, that's Small Business Saturday, from 9 to 5 p.m. Sunday from 1 to 4. And we really look forward to seeing you for that Christmas tree, and we look forward to wishing you a Merry Christmas in person. So with that, I'll wish you a happy Thanksgiving and say good luck and happy growing.